I think probably most people would agree that like there probably are limits. Like you shouldn't threaten people. That should be against the rules, and that shouldn't be allowed in in our community, the GamerGate community. For instance, we would never allow that. I don't think doxing or threatening people with like actual threats.
Yeah, community. It's a tricky word, isn't it?
Well, insofar as yeah, I guess yeah. What do you think of that?
I mean, strictly speaking, by the definition of the word, yeah, any group of people who are in communication and have common interests, that's a community. But community has gathered this sort of weight to it. It's like a big stifling wet blanket that you put over things. So, I mean, were the trolls and harassers genuinely part of Gamergate, or were they just latching on to a controversy like they do any other controversy, like they're latching on to the events in Israel at the moment? You know, they will swarm onto anything where they can get a reaction. Or was Gamergate really the people who were arguing, for ethics and were fairly open about who they were and were consistently arguing these things and were trying to prevent harassment? We had the anti-harassment patrol for a while. They ended up giving up because they were being given no credit for trying to diffuse situations and out trolls. There was that terrible harassment that Sarkeesian was actually getting that turned out to be from a journalist in Brazil, I think, Celebriando, who Gamergate outed and never got any credit for. So, if you can't win, why try? Ended up being the thing. But who defines what Gamergate was?
Yeah.
Who were the members, who weren't? It's an amorphous blob. People seem to understand, a leaderless movement when it came to Black Lives Matter or Occupy, but they couldn't get their head around it when it came to Gamergate. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mentioned this in brief. I'd actually want to run it by you. We talk about the old internet
Mm-hmm.
and the new one, but I went through somehow like tons and tons and tons and tons of the old stuff that I did during the GamerGate days, and I like a lot of it. A lot of it was good work, and some of it was just really stupid arguments I made. But I feel like I learned and got better over time. And like I found one instance where I did send. I did not send, but I did share a sexist meme, and it's like I I meme that I would consider sexist at least. And I'm like,
Mm.
well, this was like 10 years ago, and I was a part of Gamergate. I made the movement look bad by doing that. Insofar there was a movement, I made myself look bad. I shouldn't. I don't think I should have done that. And like it was like I don't think this one incident undermines all of the good work that I did. And it wasn't even like that bad either. It was like just like a moderately like kind of like that's not great kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like does this one picture that I shared undermine all of the good work that I did? It's like proof that oh look, you really were a misogynist because you shared this.
What it shouldn't, and it doesn't, but it will be something that people will drag up constantly in order to discredit you or put you down or whatever. And I mean, sometimes awful jokes are just funny.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't mean we condone the viewpoints that are being expressed within them, whether it be racist or sexist or whatever else. Jokes often rely on that shock value.
Yeah, and it was like a shocky kind of edgy thing, but like it's still I shouldn't have done it. I don't think that doesn't represent like who I was then or who I am now.
Yeah.
I
So
just
there's
thought
that
like,
Mel
oh, this is fucking
Brooks.
hilarious. That's why I just Like it's stupid, but
There's
it's
that.
funny, like that sort of thing.
There's that Mel Brooks line. Tragedy is when I prick my finger. Comedy is when you fall through an open manhole cover and die. To kind of illustrate the difference. Something small happening to me is a disaster, but something catastrophic happening to you might be funny. And I think a lot of humor depends on that.
Hi, I'm Tachyon Blue. Thank you for watching another one of my GamerGate book video segments. Altogether, I've interviewed over 70 people involved with GamerGate, and I'm going to be launching a Kickstarter campaign in the coming weeks. So please, I need your support to help make this project a reality. I'm turning these 70 plus interviews into a multi-volume series of books, the first volume of which is already completed. And so I'd like you to please stay tuned for more information about the Kickstarter. And if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and comment. More updates will be coming in the near future. Thank you, and take care.